You got an education at Browns. You're somebody who's amazing because as an Olympian and an Olympic coach, you've always emphasized kind of balance and education, all of that side of life. So developing your brain too. So you are an Olympic medalist, a coach of Olympic medalists. You're a business owner, so successful in all these domains. So I have to ask, what advice would you give to young people today, high school, judo age, high school, college, undergrad, how to be successful in their career or just in life in general, how to live a life they can be proud of?
I think you have to be true to yourself. You have to decide what it is you really want to do with your life. And it's hard because when I grew up, I didn't know I was going to be successful. When I was young, I didn't know I was going to be an Olympic medalist. Yeah. I certainly did envision myself owning a couple of companies that makes their living exclusively from martial arts or judo, because that wasn't really an opportunity when I was a kid, but I've created that opportunity. I would just say that, pick something that you're passionate about. I was stuck in a career before where I wasn't passionate about it. And it was my wife who said, Jimmy, if you can figure out how to make your living exclusively from martial arts, where your brain and your heart and your passion is all towards one thing that you really like, then you'll be successful. And I left the job. I had 3 kids. I was working for monster.com. I was in internet marketing, and I was working for that company. Great company, nothing wrong with the company. But sitting behind the desk from 8 till 5, and then I get to go to judo from 6 till 9 at night. My whole day is tied up doing something that I'm really not passionate about. She said, if you can figure out how to make money from your dojo and other things judo related, then I think you'll be successful. And so she's the one that my wife, Marie, gave me that advice. And I would give that to others. Find something that you love doing where it doesn't feel like work, something you're passionate about.
And if the opportunity doesn't exist, how to make money on it, you can create the opportunity.
Be resourceful, figure it out. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Right? I didn't know that I could have a 200-person judo school that only taught judo, because that really didn't exist in this country. That actually charges money like jiu-jitsu charges, right? We're talking there's plenty of clubs out there that charge $10 a month that might have 100 people, but there's not many that, where the tuition is $150 a month having 200 people. So that's a successful business. But it wasn't done before. But be passionate about it. Understand you're going to fail. Understand you're going to get knocked down, beat up, right? There's going to be dark days, but you got to persevere. You got to believe in yourself. You got to have a plan. You have to be willing to learn from other people. And that's what I did. If I didn't know it, I brought somebody in to tell me, what am I doing wrong? Look from the outside. What do you see? Okay, great. Then you got to be willing to change. You got to be willing to adapt, and I think listening, believing in myself, and creating opportunity. And the other thing is helping others. Something I always did in my judo life and in my business life. If somebody came to me and asked for help with, hey man, is there something you can do to help me? I'm trying to get this thing started. I'm trying to get this dojo off the ground, or I'm trying to run this event series, or, I was creative in trying to figure out a way to help them make it work. Because if that really was their dream, and I could help them do their dream, I felt like that person would then give nothing but good comments about us, good, like they'll remember it forever. They become like family, and they're the best advocates for your business ever. And so the kids that I taught at my dojo are treated that way. The people that work for me get treated that way. The people that, my customers that I work with and building their dojos, get treated that way. People that ran tournaments, whether it was Grappler's Quest years ago and helping that guy with a full set of mats for Brian Simmons with his thing, or, any of the Gracies, it just became like family. And then I just work hard and deliver on what I say I'm going to do. If I say I'm going to do it, I do it, and I think it goes a long way.
Well, and I got a comment. So in a small way, people may not know, I think it's still on YouTube. We previously talked many years ago, and I remember you were so kind to me, and you didn't really know who I was. You just took me as a human being. You welcomed me into your dojo, and we just had a conversation on a podcast or whatever the heck you call that thing. And you were just very kind. And and you were also just, it was the last conversation I had when I showed up to MIT, and it stayed with me. So I've resumed doing this podcast, but it stayed with me because you said that I did a good job at this, and people, especially at that time, didn't tell me that, didn't, and just that little act of kindness is probably just a regular part of your day. You had a busy day. It was at the end of the day. Just saying that was
Right.
powerful, and that pays off somehow. So thank you
It's awesome.
for that.
Yeah. But it was sincere, right? It was genuine.
too.
I felt like I had been to so many interviews. When it's around the Olympic time, there's
Yeah.
lots of beat reporters that come out and they're trying to get your time, and they're there because they have to get the story
Yeah.
for their newspaper or their television show. And a lot of times those people show up, right? And they pronounce my name wrong, or they get something wrong about the background, or they offend me because they call me 5 minutes before that they're supposed to be there and say, "Oh, sorry, we're running late. We'll be there in an hour and a half." Well,
Yeah.
I'm a busy guy too. And,
Yeah.
but you were somebody that showed up, was so prepared with your notes, knew everything about like the history of what I had done.
Well,
The questions you asked were intelligent questions. They were well thought out. And at the end of that interview, I was really genuinely impressed. And I wanted to let you know
Thank
you
you.
did a great job
Thank
because you stood out from the rest.
thank you. Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like showing up to like the Mecca, like the try. I mean, I didn't, you don't always want to just tell that to people, but you show up, obviously you're the legend of judo in the United States. And so that was like Boston is the Mecca. Like that's where you travel to talk to the greats. So the fact that you were kind to me just stuck with me for a long time. So it pays off to be kind to others, to give them a chance. Jimmy, thank you so much for giving me another chance and spending your valuable time. And you've also were kind enough to invite me to train with you today at your dojo. So I can't wait.
Let's go.
Let's go do some judo.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Lex.